How we doing, guys? So today I'm going to do something slightly different for me. I'm going to give you a little bit of a day in the life. Today is a rest day, so you're going to get a full day of eating, a little bit about me in the shop, and just my daily routine now I've moved into off-season from prep. And hopefully it gives you an idea of how to transition correctly, and not get too soft and fat in week 1 or 2 like loads of people do. And yeah, enjoy. So as we start the day, I'm off for a sunbed. So I've got up, I'm still fasted at this point as well. So I've taken my morning supplements, got myself ready, off for a sunbed, and then I'll go and get some steps in before opening the shop. Because it's a rest day, I'm only on 4 meals today, whereas usually I'll be on 6. Obviously I don't have a pre or a post workout meal today. And I will go through that with you as the day progresses. Now, something that's non-negotiable for me is getting my steps in daily, whether I'm in my off-season or my prep. Obviously, the amount of steps will vary, although I'm still on 15,000 steps a day, where I'm transitioning into my rebound phase, purely so we're mitigating any fat gain and trying to keep the water retention and so on down. So this is where we are. So yeah, I tend to park half an hour away from the shop and walk in that way. That way I hit most of my steps just going to and from, and then I don't have to stress about getting them at any other point in the day. It just comes a part of my routine. That's a good tip for you. Maybe you should use the same. So we're in the shop. Next part of my day. So I've put up some deals. As we're coming up to Black Friday, I like to look after everyone. I'm starting them early, and I called it Thick Thursdays. Not very imaginative, but it works. And then we move on to the usual day of unpacking deliveries and so on and so forth. And then my first meal will probably go in about an hour. As I said, because I haven't got a pre and post training meal today, my next meal after those, as I usually train in the morning, would be about 1:30 in the afternoon. So I will fast until then today to have my first meal, which I will then go through with you all. So next part of the day, the next load of health subs, these will all go in pre my first meal. So in there you've got your omegas, Tudcar, NAC, some water balancing tablets, and just general health, glutathione. These are things that I take religiously throughout the year. Then we're on to meal 1. It was already prepared last night and put in the tub. I just need to add water. There's 70 grams of rolled oats in there, 30 grams of whey isolate, and 20 grams of dark chocolate. The whey isolate that's in there is this one, the medieval chocolate toffee. Tastes really good, goes nice with the dark chocolate and the oats. And I'll also add a bit of salt in there as well. Again, I salt every meal. Now time for meal number 2. So this meal is 300 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt, 30 grams of granola, 75 grams of blueberries. Nice meal, easy digesting, goes down well, high in protein, low in fat. It's just a nice sweet tasting. It tastes like you're having a treat, but not going too strong. So that's going to go down now, and then I'll shut the shop and then get some more steps in on the way home. And then it's time to chill, and then 2 more meals at home before bed. So nothing too strenuous today, as I said. But yeah, this is how rest days go. They're quite chilled, quite boring, but I love it. Shop closed, cardio time. Meal number 3. As you can see, it has been pre-prepped. I always prep the day before. That is 200 grams of cooked salmon and 200 grams of veg. No carbs in that one. Just a nice high fat meal. Keeps me full, tastes nice. And then that sets me up ready to eat my last meal in a couple of hours before bed. And as you can see, tomorrow's meals are already prepped as well. I did that when I got in, and tomorrow morning's supplements, my pre-workout, my intra-workout, and my morning tablets to take, purely because I get up at 5 o'clock to go and train. So I'm not getting it ready at that time of day. Finally, time for the last meal of the day. There it is. 130 grams of chicken, 125 grams cooked weight of rice with 100 grams of vegetables, and then onto my evening supplements. So vitamin C, retatrutide, Glow Pen, and some Digest Max. That will then see me through to the end of the day and ready for my bedtime routine, basically getting my clothes ready for the morning and brushing my teeth, etc. And then up at 5 to go and train.